My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've worked over 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution matters, both in the audit and the collection division. Welcome to my YouTube channel. They're short, sweet, to the point. My YouTubes don't go any more than 5 minutes, so I'm not going to bore you. Anyway, I want to talk to you today about what happens if you can't pay your taxes. There's just no way. IRS has a program specifically designed for people like you. As a revenue officer, I used to knock at doors and I had a decision to make. What am I going to do with these taxpayers that owe money? And there's really one of three ways you can close cases if you're in the IRS, and that's you can do an offer and compromise, a settlement. 18,000 people a year got settlements last year. You can do a payment agreement. 6.5 million people walked into a payment agreement, and the bulk of the other 25 million just last year got a hardship, currently non-collectible. What is a currently non-collectible? Well, the key word in that is currently, because IRS will take the information, shelve the case, and recycle it back to the field again. So just so you know, it's coming out. But what does IRS do? IRS uses a standardized financial form all across the country, and that's the 433F. It's a 2-page form that goes to the service center. God knows how many of those I filled out and reviewed. So IRS is going to want that form, and they're going to make a determination. And like I said, one of three things are going to happen. They may say, you know, you're an offer candidate. You may want to contact someone to file an offer, or, you know, based on that financial statement, looks like you can pay us something. But the great majority of people wind up into currently non-collectible. So that financial form is critical, the way you fill it out and give it to IRS and document it. IRS can't get rid of a case, or can't put you in a hardship, or can't put you into currently non-collectible unless that form says so. So you need to be very familiar with that form. So when you send in your 433F, it's got to be documented. You're going to need pay stubs. You're going to need bank statements. You're going to need a copy of your expenses. So just be aware that they're going to need that form. You really need to be aware that there's national standards, that IRS is going to allow you only X amount of expenses. If you don't have any money and you're just making it week to week, you can call them yourselves. You're probably not going to have a problem. If you owe a sizable debt, you're going to want to get a professional like us or somebody involved, because the national standards are the IRS dictates what you can spend for food and clothing, housing and utilities, what you do for a car payment, and the operation of your car. Yeah, they tell you what they're going to allow you. And if you have an overage in those things, you got a problem, because IRS now wants that money from you monthly. So I want you to know there is a program for you, the currently non-collectible. You do have to make sure, if you get and put in currently non-collectible, you keep filing your tax returns. If you don't, they're going to kick the case back out. Make sure you have enough withholding, or if you're self-employed, your estimate payments are there, and make sure your filing and estimate or withholding are always kept up. In any year, if you don't file and don't keep up and have another debt, that case comes back to the field. You should also know that IRS has a 10-year statute of limitations on their collection cases. So after 10 years, basically these assessments really go away. Many people who go into currently non-collectible, I'd say 25% of that congregation or population, their cases get written off after the 10 years, because unless their finances change, the case doesn't. And remember, IRS can grab your refund, so you may want to do a projection and make sure your refund can't be taken. I try to share everything I know and secret tips that you need to know to be successful. So if you think this is useful, just click on that bell, give me a subscription. That's really important. YouTube likes those things. And leave me a comment if you want me to do a YouTube on something. I'm happy to do this. I hope you can recommend me and give me a like. Thank you. Oh, if you want me to do a YouTube on something, man, leave it on a comment. I'll do it later.